Hello, welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. So before we take on Ultimisia, I actually wanted to throw in a bonus episode. So I never used any of the GFs, like pretty much this entire game. They are very powerful, I'm not knocking GFs for what they are. In my very first playthrough of this game, I used GFs religiously, because I thought they were just the coolest things, and, I thought they did more damage anyway, because I wasn't really good with the whole junction stuff. And if you play this game back in 1999 when it first came out, this game was slow. It was every animation took, half a year to just process. Thank God this ×3 thing exists, And the GFs look incredible, especially in the HD, the remaster that they did here. So I'm going to go ahead and just give a bonus episode for all of the summons and what they look like. I think it's good for me too because I actually haven't seen these guys in a couple years. I use them every now and again in battles, but they weren't showcased enough. And sadly, because I just know that the weapons attack a lot heavier than what the GFs can output. So we'll start, and it's going to be battle after battle. Hopefully, these things don't die. I'm not going to try to boost them. Just so I can get as many GFs in and around as I can, and I'll try to go in order. So, I'm going to have the power little icon on over there because I don't want to deal with any loss of HP doing this kind of stuff. I think I have the counter not on, actually. Yes. So these things are kind of terrible to do this against. Quetzalcoatl used to be literally my favorite GF in this entire game. Just because it's the first one you come to, with Shiva, but I don't know, it was just Ket's Thunderbird. I always attached him to Squall, and that's how I played this game so many years ago. Of course, we've seen Ifrit already, pretty far back though. I use it against the Albert enemy. Now this is what I thought was the best design of Ifrit before, Clive's rendition of him, so they did a really good job at 16 with his design. already seen Diablos because of my episode of the Tonberry hunting. But this guy was my second favorite GF, and I really, really hate that they just did not reuse him in any game after this. If they did in the MMOs, I have no idea. I mean, I've never really played those at all. But yeah, Diablos not being used in any other game after this was criminal. Such a good design. So we've seen Carbuncle. This move is really OP against sorceresses, you know, because they spend all their time trying to dispel you. First time we're going to see Leviathan. Or Leviathan. I used to really like Pandemona too. It's such a cool design. Over the top, like I'm just gonna suck you in and then you're just gonna go in the tornado. Craziness. Cerberus is such a great GF for like regular enemies and pretty much in boss encounters too, you know. This guy cast double and triple on your entire party. So just extremely useful. Extremely useful. Always used that back then. Let's see here. Marks Alexander. You can never defeat those pixelated birds. I swear. It's the greatest thing ever. Game is an instant classic. Now, Alexander and Rebirth, though. Rebirth and I think 9 is probably his better designs I've ever seen. But 8, you know, that's obvious. Just a mega fan of this game, so to me, it's the best. Oh, goodness gracious. Doom Train is an awesome GF. This thing, it's for, it actually inflicts poison and a whole bunch of status elements actually, but the most important one is Vitality 0, so the same thing as Meltdown. But this guy is also really good for battle prep. And he's never featured in anything else. I've never seen him. I've never seen him in any other game. And of course, we all know Lord Bahamut over here. Cactar is actually a pretty interesting GF, so he doesn't have like a boost ability or anything like that. He's actually level dependent, so if you have him at level like 30, he's going to do 3,000 damage, you know, so his attack is obviously the 1,000 needles. So if you get this guy up to level 100, he's actually going to hit for 99999 no matter what. So he's pretty interesting in that regard. Now I have my guy is 26, so you know he did 3K, so they rounded up for him. I've never gotten him to 100, so no need to do it, I guess. But that's his attack. Next up will be a Tonberry on Tonberry. And Eden is going to take a long time. This is like the one GF that you can actually push the bonus, the little boost there, all the way up to 255. His animation is ridiculously long. And this will be actually the only GF in the game that does break the damage limit. So he'll go over the 999 barrier, you know, depending on how much you pump into his attack. It would just be useful though if you could use him in the final rounds, but if the last boss battle cancels out like pretty much all your GFs as they're getting summoned, so you can't even get this guy off in time. And if you do, I mean, it's just not enough to get him in one shot, which is unfortunate. And just alone, I mean, you saw that it was 10,966. Well, there you have it. Those are all the GFs of the game. Now, there's like hidden ones, obviously. You know, we've seen a few of them already. Phoenix is a hidden GF. You can only summon it through Phoenix Pinion, and it just gives you a second chance. You know, if all your characters go down to 0 HP and you're about to get a game over, it has a percentage chance of reviving all your characters for one more chance at getting it done. A really cool GF to have. I wish it was part of the main crew. It would have been awesome to kind of, you know, see that every now and again. Obviously, we've seen Odin in action plenty of times. Minimog and Chocobo can actually be used in battle as regular GFs. It's just you need to have like a... I forget what was it called in the old PS1 era, but you needed like some certain device in order to connect to like this Tamagotchi like Chocobo world type thing. It was insane, but I never had it as a kid, so... And I don't even know if they sold it in America. I'm not sure if that was a Japan only thing, to be honest. But you can definitely see Minimog and Chocobo work together. Minimog, from what I've seen, I think does something with the GFs, like revives them or something like that. I don't know. It was pretty cool to know that there was still more to this game that I never knew, you know. Gilgamesh, he replaces Odin. Just a little bit more movesets, but, you know, he still does the same old thing. A lot worse in my opinion. Angelo is considered a GF, just Renoa's dog. Chubby Chocobo, now I don't even know what he does. I don't know, I think he's part of this whole thing too. He might have like some kind of use as a regular GF, I don't know. I've never seen him used. And he's definitely not in this game, so I have no idea what the hell, where's he coming from. And that's about it for the GF, so yeah. Thanks for joining me in that one. It was good to see them again. You know, I haven't used them in years, so appreciate it, and we'll finish this game in the next one. Thank you.